Little warriors, so my phone is having issues, so I just continued the video in here. So I was just talking about my daughter at the end of that one. I realized when my daughter would come up to me and stroke my face, that she really saw me. Yeah, she really saw what I was going through. And then what she started to do was she started to smile with half of her face. So I have photos of her when she's 2 years old, smiling with half of her face, talking with half of her face, raising half of her eye, only raising one of her eyebrows, because that's all I could do. And it was in those moments that I knew that she was copying everything that I was doing. And if I was going to continue to live my life like that, that she was going to head down the same path as me. And so I knew that I had to really change my life, because I didn't want my kids going through or suffering anything like anything that I had been through. And so, I knew I had to change everything. And she was a really great teacher for me, and she was also a great healer. Like those strokes, the parts when she would stroke my face were, it was very healing for me, and it was very confronting seeing my 2-year-old copying me, copying something that I had no control over, So my why is because I want to help people, so that what I went through means something, that it wasn't for nothing. And so that my children can grow up as independent women, and they can strive to become whoever they want to become, and they can live a life that has less suffering in it than what I did. Hopefully that it has no suffering in it, but that is my why. And I'm really grateful to have this group of beautiful people who trust me to support them. And we would love to hear from you. We would really love to hear about your why, or even your story. And what I have come to learn is that whatever it is that you have to say can change someone's life. It can change someone's day. Your story is important and it matters. And I remember my business coach saying to me, Anthea, share your story. And I refused to. I was so bloody stubborn. I refused to share my story. And he's like, what is wrong with you? This is a powerful story. You have to share it. This is how people are going to connect with you. And I was like, nah. I was like, that's not going to be my story. My story is not going to be how my face got paralyzed and I had the most miserable time of my life when I was meant to be having the most beautiful time of my life with my newborn baby. And I refused to for a really long time. And then when I did start sharing my story, all the people that I shared my story had the same reaction. Wow, that's a really powerful story. And I was like, oh, maybe James is right. Maybe I need to share my story. And then people started thanking me for sharing my story with them. They're like, wow, I thought I had something to complain about. But after you just shared your story with me, I've been walking around feeling really grateful for the life that I have. And I was like, okay, maybe I do need to share my story. Maybe James is right. And so lives are not my strength, but I'm working on it. So you'll be seeing me do more lives. And so I encourage you, even if it's a 30-second video, to attempt to jump on and share your story with us, because we would love to hear from you. So thank you for your loving presence and your beautiful support and showing up and doing the work. And I'm sending you guys so much love.